folks, as you may have heard, Elon Musk has gone through with the purchase of Twitter. Don't know the details really of where, is he just using his own cash? Have there been other people who have?
He had to take out a loan here. He had to get some financing, and now that he has taken it over, did you see that he's made some joke about bringing everything in the kitchen sink and was carrying a sink through? Get it? He's carrying a sink.
It was awesome.
I don't think you get it. He's carrying a sink.
I get it. Laughing. What,
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm laughing on the inside. On the inside.
All right. Well,
but restraint.
Yeah, no, I'm doing my best. And I wonder who else joined him in the financing. I have a feeling he's not doing this only by himself. But be that as it may, he is certainly the face of it and the CEO now, I guess, and the owner of the company. He fired a bunch of executives, and the right wing in this country is super, super excited about this, and I think it's going to make the failure of their visions that much more enjoyable. But here is, for instance, Charlie Kirk, who, do you guys remember World War II?
I've heard about it.
World War II, there was literally millions of people died during this. It was a horrible conflict where, particularly in countries in Europe, a lot of cities were leveled, a lot of homes were lost, there was a lot of refugees. Well, here's Charlie Kirk.
Plus the genocide, too. There's that.
And there was a massive genocide. Oh, yeah. Here's Charlie Kirk with his perspective on how big this whole Elon Musk thing is.
I'm going to say some things that people might deem to be controversial. I actually might say some things that people might say are a little bit exaggerated. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to provide evidence, and I'm going to support them.
Okay.
Elon Musk now owns Twitter. The head of Twitter is gone. Their entire censorship regime is gone. It is like the liberation of France from the National Socialist Workers' Party. It's like the fall of the Berlin Wall. The censorship Stasi, the Gestapo that excommunicated the Babylon Bee and Dr. Malone and Donald Trump and the restriction on speech. It is gone.
Yeah.
Because of who? A man that the
Babylon Bee
entire uniparty can't control. I'm going to say.
Okay, can't control, yeah. I mean, quit.
The uniparty.
They,
you know what's going to be so great about this?
Yeah.
Is when, and there's already, a lot of people who are putting screen grabs up of people saying anti-Semitic things, using the N-word, I don't know, soon they'll be, selling ivermectin ads on there. And what's going to be great is when one of two things happen. And really, actually, they're not necessarily mutually exclusive. They may be sequential. When people just start going like, it's a cesspool, I don't want to be on here anymore. And then the advertisers all stop.
Yeah, we're trying to sell products here.
And then
people are freaked out by the Nazis.
And then it's people start leaving. Like, I don't know what's going on with Meta right now, why its stock is dropping precipitously.
Well, because Zuckerberg spent like $17 billion or something on like a vanity project of virtual reality meant to solve like a very small specific computing problem that only computer nerds care about, because this is like his entire corporation is a prism of his ego and nothing adding value to society. I think that's why. And that's going to happen with Twitter. Yeah.
Or what's going to happen is Musk is going to realize at one point, like, hey guys, here's going to be the difference. You're just going to see a lot of ads talking about self-driving cars.
Yeah, I'm going to go back.
And outside of that, the only controls we're going to put on Twitter there's going to be no linking of articles that expose the idea that self-driving cars are a joke and have always been built bullshit.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's more or less going to be the same.
I'm going to go back to my usual job of doing publicity stunts to try to head off efforts towards public transportation.
Which is what this was, by the way. The dog caught the publicity car in this instance here, and now he's been forced to really go through with this and buy it. And you have...
let me just add to this. The car was in reverse and also, ran him over.
And now all his teeth have been knocked out. But luckily he has water boys like Charlie Kirk there to pump up the egos and the public statures of billionaires. These are the guys who are constantly talking about how masculinity is in crisis in the United States, and yet they fall over themselves constantly to suck up to who the guys that they perceive to be the alphas, when really Elon Musk just is a wealthy psychopath with a lot of money. Well, wealthy psychopath. There you go.
Yeah. Well, and I will say this: like, there is no non-billionaire owned at this point, like sort of major social media platform. The interesting thing about this one is that, and I on something like Facebook, on something like YouTube or Twitter for that matter, has been the reluctance of these companies to hire more people, because their entire business model is a function of requiring of having moderation that is done by algorithm and is done by artificial intelligence. Like they'll have follow up on videos that they have flagged, but what they're following up is not on, is this the right thing to let's say pull down because it's inappropriate because of X, Y, or Z. It is, they have determined what words and maybe what order of words are problematic, and then they're just going in and double checking that the machine has assessed what those words properly were. You do not have any moderation on any of these platforms where people are going in and saying like, oh, this is irony, or oh, this is being covered as a way of debunking misinformation as opposed to repeating misinformation. And as far as I can tell, Elon Musk is, his whole idea is we're going to get rid of 90% of the people working here. We're going to slim it down. And the idea is he just doesn't want to pay for human moderators. And I think the guy's about to find out that like he's bought basically a plot of land that is full of quicksand. And, he could sell it ultimately as like, here, come check out the experience of quicksand. But I think most people are going to be like, yeah, no.
My prediction is he will sell it at a loss. He will jump ship and he will not be the owner of Twitter for more than a year. I feel
really?
Like I bet he'll sell. This is like, again, that's why I say the dog that caught the publicity car. He wanted his name out there, wheeling and dealing, being in conservative circles, free speech libertarian, all that crap. But now he's got this entity where it's not really that valuable. And he's going to figure out that, oh, wait, maybe cracking down on this bot problem that I say I care about is not as easy as I thought. And advertisers are going to pull out quickly, and he'll get what he wants out of it. And my guess is he jumps ship fairly quickly.
Well, maybe we should start a pool. I guess we'll find out. Let's go to the IMs.